Hello again. Now, as time goes by, the average person grows, learns and develops. The same can be said about life, the workplace and how things are done daily. When the world was swept away, or the world as we knew it was swept away by the coronavirus pandemic, we saw thousands of companies either closing their doors forever or opting to have employees continue their work from home so that business can continue as usual. There was the birthing of the so-called the hybrid way of working. We've seen since everything become more streamlined or rather digital or more digitized. Now we have board meetings in the bathroom at home or conduct interviews while sitting on the porch. Nomfanelo Magwentshu from management consulting firm McKinsey Company joins me now to discuss these trends and the future of the workplace. Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you very much for your time, Ms. Magwentshu. In 2019, you co-authored quite a big paper round about this issue of the way of work, but that was pre-COVID. The world has changed quite a bit since 2019. Now, employers are giving employees where applicable the opportunity to work in a hybrid fashion, where a couple of times a week you go to the office, other times you're working other days from home, or others cannot. They have to go to work physically every day. How have things changed?
Good afternoon, Braden. Thanks for having me. Yes, you are correct. In 2019, we wrote this paper about the future of work in South Africa, which would be influenced by the global trends in digitization and automation. And at the time, we projected that this will have a positive impact and net jobs by 2030. We did not factor in at the time that there will be a pandemic. And since the pandemic, things have really changed. There's an added layer now of the crisis, health crisis, and also the remote working, which is really not suiting everyone. Whilst some people, and if you think about the different generations, the Gen Z, the millennials are comfortable with this new way of work, provided the workplace provides all the tools that they require to collaborate, to be able to work at home or anywhere where they want to work, and give them opportunities to even work in different continents and different countries whilst they don't have to move. However, that doesn't work well for other people that are required to be at home with their children. So mothers that have to look after the children that are school going, that are at home, and at the same time they have to do this work. It's an added burden, and it creates blurred lines between work and home. At the same time, you would consider that blue-collar workers that need to be at operations, at the cold face of operations, don't have the luxury of working from home. They have to be at the workplace. So this hybrid model doesn't work for everyone. It works for professionals, it works for millennials, it works for young people that don't have other responsibilities.
It's going to create, it's going to create, sorry, Ms. Magwentshu, let me come in there. It's going to create a lot of tensions of sorts and a new way of managing. I mean, it's going to be tough being a manager under these circumstances in terms of, for instance, monitoring productivity, ensuring that people are engaged all the time.
Yes, I mean, it requires a lot of maturity from leaders to trust their employees and also to be clear on expectations. So if you have clear expectations for your employees and you know what you expect, the expected output, it makes it easier as a leader to manage employees. But if you have challenges with the trust and maybe not clear requirements and expectations, then it will be very, very challenging.
Yeah, and finally, for South Africa, where we are at from where we were in 2019 here, have we adapted very well, South Africans, in terms of this new way of work, this new hybrid working way?
We have adapted. It's very recent that companies have been implementing the hybrid work model, and there's a bit of resistance. There are people, around 83% people, that are saying we're happy with the way things are. We are actually more productive. We're not stuck in traffic. But there's also a requirement for cohesion and social cohesion in the office and collaboration. So people do need to go to work, and some companies have implemented this well. You have to support. I think it's either you are at the office and working with your colleagues and collaborating, but you can't have people, if you are collaborating and have a meeting, it's very difficult to have people that are in the office and others at home. So this whole collaboration needs to be well orchestrated and planned.
Thank you
but
very
we
much
do
for your
see
time.
some positive
Yes,
people
yes.
that are doing this for the world. Yes,
Okay, thank you very much for your time and insights. Nomfanelo Magwentshu, management consulting for McKinsey Company, discussing the current trend, of course, of hybrid way of working from office or working from home, new challenges facing the world of work.